Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about USDCHF. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing quite strong monthly demand and support. In fact, from here, all this previous rejection to the upside was created. At the moment, the market has broken once again back above the zone. So this level of previous support that is now once again broken to the upside is still acting as support. And as it is acting as support, more bullish continuation could be expected away from a support zone. So on the monthly, everything seems quite bullish. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly standpoint, the first structure level that we really have to identify is this one here. This zone has been acting as quite important structure, first as structure support here, then as structure resistance here. Now the market has broken back above that zone. So this previous resistance is now turned support. The market is testing it as support, and we could expect more continuation to the upside to be created away from this level. We can also notice that from a pattern perspective, we have a very clear impulse followed by this correction. And in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg. And if we do that, we can see how we have the 0.32 50% and 0.618 Fibonacci retracements all lining up exactly in this same area of price, therefore creating a confluence of support instead of this level. And instead of a confluence of support zone, we could expect more institutional longing, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Well, from a daily standpoint, the situation is quite clear. First of all, I did speak about USD CAD a few days ago after the market had created this overextended M pattern and explained all the reasons for which we could expect this rejection to the upside, which in fact the market has just given us. And by the way, I will link in description that previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. But at the moment, what do we have on this pair? Now, before we go more in detail into the technicals of what we have here from a daily perspective, first, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders. So what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders on the CHF. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is that if we're looking at the data for the CHF, actually, we are already looking at CHF USD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can see is that with the last reports, net positions have been massively decreasing. We went from having minus 3.9k net positions. Now we're sitting at minus 17.5k net positions. So we had a clear decrease of the net positioning, making the CHF weaker. And a weak CHF makes USDCHF stronger because in order to short the CHF, institutions have to long USDCHF. So keeping that in mind, let's move back to the chart. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find on the screen and also linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. Keeping in mind that institutions are longing USDCHF by shorting the CHF, the situation that we have here from a daily perspective is that of a market that has resistance on the daily at this level. This zone is the previous daily support, which is now turned resistance. Now, until the market will remain below this previous daily support and resistance, it can easily continue lower. However, we don't have good probabilities for anything if the market from here will just continue lower, because the monthly, weekly, and the COT data are already bullish. However, if the market would manage to break above this resistance, that is where things would get interesting, because after a break, this previous resistance would become support. So after the break, on the retest of the previous resistance turn support, that is where we have good probabilities of getting more institutional longing of USDCHF instead of this zone, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from the level. So if we get the break and retest, what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best time frames for that are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, in this area, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher away from the zone, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in description and on the main page of my YouTube channel. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete, all-inclusive mentorship program that I have created for you. As soon as you open the website, you will see this video breaking down everything included in the mentorship program. And in the program, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses and also to the software, so the COT data software, which is exactly the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, so you will have my personal contact. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that directly from the website, you will have the possibility to register and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the registration process. So at least I suggest that you go and check it out right now. The link is both in description and in the main page of my YouTube channel, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and also let me know in the comments below any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.